Back we are, Classic Konversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cop.
Listen, man, we're talking about dating in Atlanta or abroad. You know, these ladies here are not just Atlanteans. They travel, they do their thing. So dating over 40, you know, we're talking black women in regards to, you know, getting out there and seeing what's out there. You know, I asked the younger ladies also this question in regards to, the whole 90-day rule thing that Steve Harvey, I ain't gonna say fooled people with, but yeah, okay, that Steve Harvey fooled people with. Is that something that you practice after 40, and also does it work after 40?
I never practiced it
Okay.
after 40. I tried it under 40. Like
Wow.
when the book first came out. That didn't work. That was like,
Oh, so you were one of the people that he
yeah, I
fooled.
was reading the book trying to figure it out. Like, okay, but then I was like, well, this man has been married how many times?
3.
And he over here telling us to wait 90 days and he got a wife? Like, yeah, this ain't working quite. And then, let me tell you, okay, so the first boyfriend I had with that 90-day rule, when day 91 came and he didn't get sex, he was out.
Howdy.
As he should be.
Exactly. Well,
What you
I'm not
mean?
getting that
He had to
90-day
wait for
range. Yeah.
Day number what came?
91.
Yeah.
And how many dates did y'all go on up until that point?
We were together.
You said it.
We were together for a while. Like we would hang out all the time.
So you hung out a lot during those 90 days?
And then day 90 was his birthday.
Oh.
Oh, you wrong for that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know it was gonna come up to be his birthday, day 90. But no, this is what happened. I think it was God showing me who wasn't for me. Because on the day I took him out for his birthday.
If you had 90 days and you had to wait till his birthday to figure out he wasn't for you?
No, that's not what happened. Listen. So I took him out for his birthday. It was 90 days. I had every intention on engaging in skin to skin, right? But that particular day, like maybe an hour or two before we went on a date, I got this excruciating headache.
Ooh.
Like the worst migraine ever. And it was neck pain too attached to it. And my stomach started cramping real bad. And I was like, what is going on? So I took a BC powder, laid down, because I had like 2 hours or something like that before the date started. I laid down, it didn't go away. It didn't subside. So I wanted to cancel, but I was like, it's his birthday. So when I let him know before we met up, I was like, listen, I'm not feeling real well. Just bear with me if I'm not real talkative tonight. I'm not feeling good. Like, I'm really in a lot of pain. So he was like, okay, no problem, no problem. So we went to dinner. It was lovely. We had drinks. We came back. And I literally had to go lay down. That's how much discomfort I was in. Like, I was uncomfortable the entire meal. Like, I can't eat this food because my stomach is cramping really bad. I don't know where this pain has come from. So he decides to stay with me that evening. And I guess he thought maybe.
Yeah, you do know why he stayed with you.
90 days.
But I went and laid
30
down. He
days.
came and laid down with me. I guess after a while, I guess he felt like I might be okay. So he attempted to mount me.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. You could have had your leg amputated 3 days prior. He still would have came through. I'm trying to tell you, that man waited 90 days. And hearing, and then to hear headache. Not saying that you didn't have a headache. Not saying that you didn't have a headache. But when you hear that, because that's the quote unquote thing. No, baby, I got a headache.
Sounds
Oh
like
yeah.
bullshit.
No, but I
know
had
you
described
did.
to him everything
Yeah.
that was going on.
I know,
like, my
but
head is
in
hurting, my
him-
neck is hurting, my stomach is
I've
like.
been massaging your neck the whole day.
He didn't do any of that. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like the fact that he didn't even take the time to even try to, give me
believe
any
it.
comfort. That just let me know.
He
Like
was trying to
God
give
was
some
letting me
comfort.
know. No, God was letting me know.
Hey, he was trying to put you to
Look,
sleep.
No.
he tried to take your
And
mind.
that's
He
fine.
tried to take your mind off the headache.
So what
And
happened
that's
what happened
fine.
after he mounted you?
After he mounted me, like the pressure was
You lost
on.
a headache then, didn't you?
No, like the pressure of his weight was on me. So
That's
I
creepy.
I
That's
was
creepy.
like, I cannot breathe. You have to get off of me. And he got up and he left the bed, went out into the living room, and he turned the TV on out there. And within a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes, he was like, my roommate's locked out. First of all, now
Like your headache.
first of all, right. And I'm just like, wow.
He went out there, he started texting.
Click quickly.
It's my birthday, good. What you up to? Yeah. He
So
went
I
out.
got it. I
Yeah.
got it real quick. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
All right, Febury, in regards to the to the 90-day rule, what you
I've never subscribed to such.
okay? I kind of knew that.
It's a trap. It's a trick.
Kind of knew that was coming. Y'all understand, man?
You said never under 90 days. I didn't catch that.
I've never subscribed to 90 days or any rules. Typically, it's about 30 days if I'm feeling you. Because if it's about 30
I can
days,
rock with 30. I
I've
can
seen
rock with
you.
90.
Like if I do 30 days, that means I've seen you quite a bit in that 30 days. Like my ex-husband, we met and we saw each other damn near every day that from the moment we met. And I was kind of like, so what that thing doing is, I need to go and figure this out before I decide if I really, really, really like you.
Yeah, I
So,
get what 90 days.
about 30 days is usually, but like I said, within that 30 days, there's a lot going on if it's within 30 days. Like we've been dating, we've been talking, we've been kicking it. Yeah, I'm not waiting 90 days to find out something's whack. Oh my God.
That's what I was gonna
bad
say.
advice.
You just brought up
That's
something.
real
You
bad
just brought
advice.
up something real good there.
You was speaking for me right there. I ain't waiting no damn 90
Do you?
Never.
Would you?
Yes, I would leave
Would-
him if I liked him and the sex was whack, yes.
Me
see,
too. I second that.
So I'm going to say this again. So my
So
I
now,
have.
now let's say if you have especially because on your connection thing. Let's say you got this connection, and y'all have sex, and it ain't like you like it. Would you
But
try?
everything else about
right?
him.
Would you
was
try
A1.
and get him up to par? But because you got this connection,
if we have a connection, the sex is gonna be up to par regardless. I
I'm
don't
gonna
have to get him to
disagree.
do anything.
you can have.
I'm about to say,
I have
you
best
really-
friends. I got great connections with, but the sex probably wouldn't
the
be
type
no
of
good.
connection that I'm speaking on, the sex will be immaculate because that's the type of connection we own. If the connection is anything less than that, I'm probably not gonna have sex with you after getting to know you. And if I do have sex with you, it's probably gonna be once or twice because the shit's gonna be whack to me, and I'm gonna be done with it because there is nothing there. I'm not gonna teach you anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you have that one.
So let me ask you both, just based on that scenario though, when you say the sex is being whacked after the first time, when you say the first time, do you mean the first actual time? Or do you give the guy the opportunity to maybe, because sometimes the excitement
Run it back.
of a man, especially for brother waiting 90 days. 90 days, he probably.
waiting
That was
Hey.
a one and done situation.
That
That
nigga
was
went that 90 days.
No. But
She
what
done waited 90
he's
days.
saying is because of
He
the
ain't waited 90
The
excitement,
point is, the
it's-
excitement, it may not be
you're probably not gonna get
great
top.
the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It may end rather quickly. When you said, if you have a connection, if that connection is all of that, he might be so excited that it'd be like, man,
Well,
I owe you one.
I
If
bring the
that's
A
the,
game the
if
first
that's the case, in that case, they usually.
He said, "Oh, you won."
But in that case, though, Lo, they usually attempt the second time in that same evening. So it's not like they
that
did
first
it.
time, me and my boy Blue showing up.
Yeah,
right.
it's not like they did it and it was like, oh, my bad. And then it was nothing else. It was, yeah, it's been a minute. Let me get my bearings and then
So
we'll
you
go
would, so you would
again.
give the opportunity for another opportunity, not without, because you hear women be like, "That's it," you know what I mean? Because you'll kill a man's soul if you say the wrong thing.
Yeah, I've gotten rid of some guys after a first time. Like I'll just tell you, the first time I got rid of a guy after the first time was the guy who proposed to me via text years and years ago. Because we were high school sweethearts, I guess you could say. We dated right after high school. I can't say we dated in high school. I didn't even like him in high school. It was after we graduated that I found out that the reason he was doing me like that was because he liked me so much and he didn't know how to express it. Just dumb. And then, okay. So, yeah, it was just dumb.
Well, high school
so
was
when
dumb.
when we finally had the sex, and I found out that his appendage, can I say penis?
Say what you want.
And I found out that his little thing was a little thing for real, and it was like the size of my thumb, not this thumb, but like shorter than that.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, we cannot. And he was a big guy. He was a big guy, so I got rid of that, and that's why when he asked me to marry him and then it was via text, I was so offended.
He wanted money. That was a money grab for him. That was a money grab.
That's
for
why
him.
I sent him an email. I didn't even respond to it. Girl, it was because it was like it was actually my second time having sex when I had sex with him. So it was kind of like I was a virgin all over again. But all I felt was
You didn't feel
the
shit.
pressure
Just rubbing.
on me. And he was trying to do all these things to try to get it going. Like he had me in the bathroom on the counter and doing it. I was just like,
Was this during the J holiday period?
this was during my early military days, so this was like I was young. But yeah, and then another guy, I'll say in my 30s, I got rid of him too after the first time because I was like, oh, it's little. Like, you can't even do nothing with it because it's little. He was a good guy, though. He was cute.
So now,
Same man.
let's
Same.
bring up
same
another
question.
subject. I said nothing,
Are you
say something.
y'all date y'all going
Just keep on
look
going.
y'all
Just keep on
going
going.
y'all go on some great dates. There's a great connection. You done had him around your friend. Everybody like him and everything. Then
Dang, it's been that long,
y'all go to do it. Well, if Feb like him, 30 days, 35 days, Feb about to see what's about to happen. So it go to happen, and it ain't like you like it. Are you willing to? And let's say you do it the second time, and it still ain't exactly where you want it. Are you willing to try and bring him up to par? Because women are better teachers than men.
No.
That is.
No. Complete sentence.
And echo.
So
Sound,
two
surround
times
sound.
and that's it.
I don't
You
even
give-
know if we would get to 2 times. You may. So I'm really big on intimacy. And I recognize that even if we do 30, 90 days, I'm touching you. I'm caressing you. I'm rubbing your head. I'm kissing you. I'm feeling the intimacy long before sex. I'm a seducer. I'm going to seduce you because, baby, if I like you, you're going to know I like you. Okay?
Don't Feb sound like she on the
is.
end of 1-800
She is.
1-800 what you think about this?
Hey, I want to ask the same question I asked last time with you, ladies under 40. Body count, does it matter?
His body count?
Or a female's body count? It was an open conversation. We asked your body count. Would you, because I don't ask it, but would you be offended if somebody asked you? Would you be honest? And does his body count matter? And do you think a body count should
Did you hear that
Go
laugh?
ahead, Feb.
Oh my God, it was sinister.
You first, Febury. You first. Right. Does the body count matter, Feb?
His body count doesn't matter to me at all. Actually, my sexual proclivities do not concern with that at all. So no, actually, I'm rather entertained by it all, whatever his body count is. And I would not date a man that had any concerns with my body count.
Oh, that
Here,
was so
here.
dope.
Same answer both ways.
Here.
Hey,
That's why I
man.
wanted her to go ahead and
Hey,
speak.
hold, wait.
Consider high body count.
Oh, that was so fucking dope. She just said she wouldn't date a man that her body count, if her body count bothers him,
What do y'all consider high body count?
that was
I don't care
hard
about
right
your body
there.
count, so I don't even.
Okay, if you were in the dating realm as a man and a female had a body count, do you think there's any body count?
Here's the thing.
High.
The body count is one. I got one body, and I'm a count. This is the one body. My body is the only body that counts. How about that? It's the only one. I don't care about a man's body count, and he definitely shouldn't be caring about mine. As long as everybody is clean when he comes to the table, why you care so much?
Got you.
Now, again, is that answer based on your current age? Did that answer
Or your
differ?
current body count?
No, did that answer differ 20 years ago?
I still didn't care.
Okay.
No, the answer's never been that. Like I said, like so-called hoe phase, I've oftentimes been in relationships. You heard me, the proposals, the engagements. So I spent most of my time in relationships. So I didn't get my little phases until in between. Like, okay, I'm single right now. Let me go try this out. That type of thing. So no, it's never mattered to me. I get it. Again, I had a Muslim father. There's a certain environment that I grew up in, So I get it, but it's just such a no thing with me. It's just a no thing. Like, what are we talking about here? We're talking about who you were at 20. Are you him now? Who you were at 30? Are you him now? Who you were at 40?
Yeah,
Are
that's
you
good.
him now?
That's good.
I'm as
50?
good
Are you
once as
him
I ever
now?
was. I'm as good once as I ever was.
Say what again, though?
I'm as good once as I ever was.
Right. So, but I'm
Totally
saying, like,
true.
who we are, like, literally, our cells regenerate till we become a whole different person every 7 years. So I'm holding you accountable to a mindset that you perhaps have outgrown, that's no longer applicable to you, that no longer serves you. So everybody wants you to give the grace of expansion, right? They want you to have the grace of allowing them to grow and become a better person or expand their minds or become greater. But when it comes to sex, oh, no. You still that same hoe you were from when you were 16.
Right.
Okay? I am no longer the girl I was at 16.
That's true
Or
story.
the woman I was at 25 or 30 or 35. I am 52 years old. It is virtually impossible to hold me with my dynamic personality accountable or the same standard as I was at
Stupid
25.
over there.
I am so much more dynamic than that. So if you care about who I was having sex with at 25, go holler at him. You know, y'all go have a
She said,
conversation.
"Go holler at him."
But it's not what I'm going to have with you.
So here's a real question for both of y'all, based on the whole dating conversation, right? So what are the challenges of dating over 40 in Atlanta? Either one.
I will say for me, the challenge is, you see this smile? It is as playful as you think it is. This idea that at some point in time we stop. As a matter of fact, I think for many of us, we did not get the opportunity to be children. If you're of this generation, you know, we're some of the latchkey kids and all this, and, you know, fending for ourselves. Many of us are, because when you were a teenager, you were still under your parents' roof, and you got to be 20, and you were trying to shed who your parents said you were, right? And you get to 30, so you say, okay, this is more of who I am, but then you got a family, you got obligations, and the world is telling you, oh, you're 30, you should be this person, you should be that person. And then this is men and women. Now you're 40, all of a sudden you're old. Oh, so you should be doing this and you should be doing that. And that's what I find that those of in their 40s and 50s, they're putting themselves in this box of who someone else said they should be when you're just now discovering who you are, not who your parents said you were, who society said you should subscribe to. You're just now going, you know what, fuck all that. This is who I am.
Right.
So at this stage, that's where I am. I'm playful. I'm exuberant. I'm loving it all. I've already decided this is who I am. Have you decided that? And I find so many people have not decided that. They're still fearful of things they were fearful for when they were 25 years old. I don't have those fears at this stage. Come on, baby, you want to play with me? Let's go. Because I got more years behind me than I do in front of me. What the hell am I afraid of? I can protect money and trust. I can protect money in prenups. My children are grown. You're not going to hurt or molest them. What are we doing? You want to fuck me, but you don't want to be involved in my life? You want to pour into me, but not pour into my life? You want my body, but not my life? No. We're not doing that. But if you want to play with me, let's play, baby. Let's explore it all. But I find so many men at this stage are done playing. They're done exploring. They let the world weigh them down. I'm not weighed down. I'm ready to play. Come play with me.
I think my
So when I
issue
find
There
a
it
man that's
is.
ready to play with me,
Throw that plug in there, girl.
play with
yes.
Throw it in there.
Thank you.
We'll talk about that a little
Right,
later,
but when
too.
you're ready to come play with me,
play with me.
and play is build an empire. We want to play with that. We want to travel the world. You want to play with that? Want to do something kinky? You want to play with that? Let's play, because all those shackles of who you said I was or who I'm supposed to be, I'm no longer holding myself to that. Are you? So the man that comes to me, like Febury, come on, girl, let's do this. Sir, where we going? What we doing? I'm packing my bags.
Same question for you before we go
She's
to break.
spitting hot fire over there. Die line. Just saying, she's over there spitting hot fire. No, she's really on point. She's on point with that. So I want to follow up and just co-sign on my dating challenge is
Sorry.
that what's up?
We're gonna do them later. We're gonna do that on after the
my
break.
dating challenge is that a lot of men don't know who they are in this stage of their life, and they don't know. So therefore, they don't know what they want in a relationship. So if you don't know who you are at this age, and you're still going off the same beliefs, dynamics, interactions, conversations that you were having in your 20s and your 30s, if you're still holding on to the trauma that existed in those previous relationships and saying that everybody is just like her, and so therefore you step into a new situation with your guards up every single time. Like, I've encountered so many guards. I've encountered so many conversations of, well, I was in this one relationship with this girl and she just did X, Y, and Z, and I'm just like, I'm not her though. Like, why are we even talking about her? I understand that you need to identify your trauma, and I need to be very well informed about what your trauma is so that I know how to move forward with you. However, don't project that energy onto me as if I am her. And that's what I'm encountering, is that a lot of men are wounded and they can't admit that they're wounded. So they don't even know they need to heal because they can't admit that the wound exists. But they know something's wrong. So it's like, for me, when I point out your wound, that's when they disappear. Because now I'm like, you know what, you have something that you need to deal with, something that you need to work on. And I'm on my own journey in healing from past relationships or interactions with people. And whether it's family, friends, work environments, whatever it is, I'm healing from it. But I have identified what it is in me that I need in order to move forward every day of my life. And I have identified who I am so that the world can accept me and receive me the way that I am. So when you step out into the world every day and you don't know who you are, and you still in the same mindset going forward into your everyday life, every decision you make has to deal with something that you dealt with in your 20s, your 30s, and sometimes your 40s, and it has something to do with somebody else who did something to you back then. Like, say, for instance, you went down this one street, you go down this one street every day, and then one day you hit a pothole and you get a flat. Boom, you 2 hours late to work. You gonna go back down that street the next day? Or you gonna pursue a new route the next day? I've been on that street 50 times and I've seen this pothole and I avoided it every time. But today was not my day. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do something new, because this is what I've been putting into, this is what I've been seeding all this time, and one day it just didn't go right for me. And I feel like it really set my life off in a different direction. I don't wanna do this no more. But every time I see a road that looks similar to that, and I see a pothole, I'm gonna divert from it. Because I'm like, you're gonna do the same thing to me that the other pothole did. And that might be a smaller pothole. It might not be as effective as this other pothole. However, you see the pothole, it be like, nah, I'm
Killing
gonna
me with
avoid
the
it.
pothole.
Because you look like the other pothole. You look like her. So I'm gonna just go ahead and avoid you altogether. And I'm just like, wait a minute, I can't even do the same damage as the pothole. Now, if you come over here and pour into me a little bit more of that asphalt that y'all be doing to repair the pothole that you see, because you see I'm over here a little bit wounded too, then do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't just leave me out here to say, oh, you just like her because you look like her. No, we are not the same. And I've had so many conversations like that, and I'm over it. That's why I say I'm done. Like, why I keep having the same conversations with y'all?
All right, y'all. So we're about to go to break, but
All right,
fellas over 40, we're gonna have 2 gentlemen here next week. But this is what we're hearing here is that you don't want to accept that women are now grounded and ready to live. They're not old like the old 50s and the old 40s. You don't want to accept that. And then on this end, you keep bringing in what you had before and you're bringing it into the new relationship. Need to take some time to heal. We'll be right back. Classic
Wrap that up
Conversations with Jae
nicely.
Tea and Lo.
For security reasons, I'm gonna need the last name. I mean, because if we have kids and something, Lord forbid, is to happen to you, the government looks at it as you have to be the wife to make certain decisions. So if something were to happen and you're in the hospital, your mother has the right to say this or the third versus over me, because it goes to the next of kin. I'm not your wife.
Great point. So I definitely agree with you on that. But also for me, from a religious point of view, in my walk with Christ, I would have to be married. That I have with that. So just to honor God and what it is and what I've been studying and diving deep into, I want to honor God. I want to love God. You said it's either love or marriage. I don't think God would just bless me with a man that I wouldn't love or find attractive for me to marry. So I would have both.
Yeah, man, we back. We are back. We are Classic Konversations with Jae Tea and Low.
And that's a cop.
Ooh-wee. Hey, man. The next time we do this, we might have to have the women on twice. because I mean, especially this group, the over 40 group. Now the below 40 group, they came with a little something, but they was a little guarded. They was a little guarded, and I get it. They still had some life, they still got more life ahead of them than what we do. So they had to be a little guarded. Had to be a little guarded.
I don't want to didn't call.
You got the comments, bro?
Yeah. Number one says earlier on the skin to skin, as EB says. So when a woman is brutal and say to the dude, "What was that? What's the problem, dude?" So I guess she.
What?
In other words, she talking about when y'all are skin to skin and it wasn't all that. And she said, "What's the problem?" The woman say, "What was that? What was that you just gave me?" Basically, what
So
she's
she's saying,
I
what's
think
the
that's a
problem with a
question for
woman
y'all,
saying
right?
that?
Nah,
Yeah, it
she-
is.
I think there's a problem in the fact that there's some humanity going on here. That I think that we forget that men have feelings, and particularly in that area.
Wait a minute, you say that, but you say you wouldn't give him another chance.
Just because I'm gonna give you another chance,
But
I'm
you
gonna
ain't
be
gotta be
cool.
rude in the moment.
In the moment, you know
I
what
guess
I'm
I'm
saying?
just blessed. I've never had this conversation.
But you're not gonna say that. But you just won't give him a
Give him
chance.
none.
All right, now I'm gonna
That was a nice way to do it.
That might hurt the feelings even more.
Well, I can say that because I married that. So that's what I married that. So this idea that you can change a person, my ex-husband and we were the funnest couple. I say this, and you'll never hear me say anything bad about him because I chose him, right? So that's that. But we were fun. And we got along the moment we met. We were both Aries and we were full of life, and we were that couple. We had the nice house and 2 cars. I was a stay-at-home mom and the kids. And we had everything you could possibly imagine for a upwardly mobile black family, right? And my husband sucked in bed. He absolutely sucked. And I kept thinking, well, I'm this person. I'm that type of person. And it did not improve no matter what I did. And so I was like, yeah. But, I was 28 when I met him. What do you know at 28? We think we do, but we don't. And this whole idea that you can teach. Well, I was married for 10 years.
Wow.
And even during that 10 years, I started a course called The Secret Power of Women. It was really based on the art of femininity and seduction. So it was not an issue of whether or not I was willing and able, but he just, he couldn't. And there are people who just aren't good. You know what I'm saying? Oh. And that's just what it is. He just wasn't good. He had a lot of other great attributes, a lot of other great qualities. He wasn't good. And I don't think that you can change that for you with another person. It may be good for someone else, but he wasn't good for me at all.
Did he know
in that
that?
area? Unfortunately, yes.
How many conversations did you have with him about that?
I mean, he was not lacking ownership in that area.
Oh, he knew he was whack.
It wasn't so much he knew that he was whack, so he had an ability, he could get up. It was the longevity. And yes, there
Oh,
were
I had
things.
one of those.
There were things involved with that. He was willing to take certain things. I was more holistic because my thought process. We were only in our 30s at the time, and I was like, if you're starting this now, So I was thinking more
a trail of
holistically.
disappointment.
What can we do holistically to improve this? He was willing to do the things medically or whatever they were prescribing, but not so much as holistically. And so that became a problem. And as other things became a problem, just as marriage naturally does, there are going to be hurdles. There are going to be things. And so when intimacy isn't there, and particularly have a wife like me, so it really impacted his self-esteem. And I have to say, at that time, the young woman that I was not helpful. I won't say that I was. So you culminate all that. So now at this stage in the game is why I say no. I would not put him through that or me through that. It's just
Did
a
you
no.
have sex
It's not
with him
something.
prior to marriage?
Yes, again, 28 years old. I thought this will change, or I can help him, or I can teach him. So all those things that women say, no, I don't believe that. That was not the case in my
need to
situation.
experience that.
And it was not that he did not put forth the effort. I'm not saying he didn't put forth the
I've
effort.
never believed
It's
in
just
that
that just
either.
did not exist for us. That longevity thing just never happened.
It was too
I dismissed one of my
So
exes.
you took the marriage and the security of the relationship versus the sexual
The
part.
sex.
Right. And at 28, I thought that was feasible. I would never do that again.
And how long did you stay
I think it happens a
married?
lot.
We were married for 10 years.
would
Well,
never do
10
that
years
ever.
together.
You stayed
We were
10 years?
married like
I think it happens
legally
a lot, though.
15, 10 together. Legally 15.
Okay, next comment.
Febury can only date men that look like Cap Calloway and recite poetry like Langston Hughes.
I beg your pardon? What was that comment? I can only do what?
That was one of those chuckles I did earlier.
So I can only do what
Can
again?
only
Repeat
date
that?
men that look like Cap Calloway and recite poetry like Langston Hughes.
Darling, look at this smile, of course.
Number one said, men lose me with the body count. Y'all hold down so many women and then ask. I mean,
Never
Say that again. I
asked.
don't understand
She's
that.
basically saying men, she don't like when men ask for body count because
Yeah.
she said all men are hoes, basically.
Yeah,
Really?
number
Are
one.
they really?
And
now?
then,
All
and then
men
have the
are
nerve.
hoes.
Are
No.
they really? Tell me about that.
My body counts, what I said last week?
Yeah, exactly.
12.
Oh wow!
12?
Last week
Yeah.
it was 7.
How long you been married?
It was 9 last week. You going up
How
3
long
every
were you
week?
married? It's 12.
Number one said, when she said sexual proclivities, I knew right there that she was breaking hips and headboards.
Hey, I'm telling you, at that moment,
Hey,
I was over here like,
That's one of them ones you bring a sack lunch.
sexual
hey, bro. Hey, I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna tell you something. And look, I tell her this all the time because I've seen it happen.
I've seen
I've seen Feb walk into a cigar lounge, walk in, sit down, and she'll sit there for about 30 minutes. She'll get up to leave, and 6 guys
We'll go and smell her seat.
will come running over
No,
to me.
I'm-
Hey, bruh, who's
I'm going
that?
out the way she
Who was
working
that?
that cigar.
I was like,
I'm
dude,
just-
she was sitting right here.
The
30
whole
minutes.
time.
When I tell you she intimidates the hell out of men.
Not women though. I'm gonna tell you a story when you.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah. No, she don't intimidate women.
She don't intimidate women
No,
at all. What
yeah.
you say about this time?
Yeah,
February
yeah,
came
yeah,
to the
'cause-
restaurant,
yeah,
sat down
shit,
at
yeah.
the bar. The bartender. Was she the bartender or the waitress? It don't matter. She was behind the bar. She
Yeah.
caught a glimpse of Febury. Came back and caught a second glimpse. And then a third, and I said, "What is wrong?"
I wish I was there because I'd have got me some free
what we
drinks
wanna
all
drink?
night. I wish I was there. I'd have got
That
me
little
some.
girl was
She
aggressive.
in her. Hey, I don't
know
even
what
know
to
what
do.
she said to February that night, but she was over there smiling just like that.
Bare bones.
Hey,
And
man.
I don't know if they exchanged numbers, but if they did, good for you.
Good for you.
She
But
walked.
she was on her, and she made it known. And she was a young girl too.
She walked through the room, and dudes would be standing in her way and step out the way. And do like this.
I've seen
Then
it.
go. And I'm sitting watching it going,
She's magical.
what is wrong
She's
with
like a
these guys?
unicorn.
That's a good one.
But I
Magical.
feel like
She's
that's
magical.
actually an issue, though. I feel like, because Jae Tea will say it all the time. I have another one of my great friends, Jeffrey. He'll say it as well. Like, men will look at me and won't say a thing.
anything.
They won't talk to me. They won't address me. They won't say a word. And Jae Tea will say it all the time. He's like, oh, this guy was, and I'm like, they never said a word to me.
I have the
Hello?
same issues.
Right.
Hey.
They won't. They won't. Me and Jeff had sat back and watched. I was like, Jeff, there go one. Look. He was like, yeah, what? Let's see what he do. He just looked, talk to somebody else.
But that's really disconcerting. Like, as a woman, to walk into a room, and like I said, I have a very bubbly personality. I'm not unapproachable. I'm very friendly, outgoing, and men literally just watch me. They don't say anything to me. And then when I meet someone, they're like, oh, I know you got a bunch of men. And I'm like, if only you knew.
So, fellas, third thing, stop being scared.
Thank you.
Go on to the
Yeah,
next
stop
comment,
being
man.
scared.
Go on to the next comment.
No one said don't
Nobody ever died from no.
don't come and knock it
Well,
if you
yeah,
can't rock it.
people have died. So.
Well, number one, going in
Women
on
have.
the nation. She going in.
Dupree is right. Men most of the time can't handle the reaction of truly being seen and vulnerable. Most of us talk that therapy talk, but not really doing that shadow work.
Nope, not doing the dark night of the soul either.
All right then. It's
Interesting.
But she's
So-
absolutely true. Y'all are right. Like, men won't say nothing because I've heard like your energy is everything when you walk into a room. I've had men and women looking in my direction. I've had one woman say, "Are you gay? Because I have a friend over here who's interested in you," and I'm just like, "Not at all." But I tell her, I said, "Thank you," but I will. It'll be times where I will go and nobody will speak to me, but it'll feel like the entire room is looking at me.
now. Do you think that's the way you may be presenting yourself?
What
As in-
presented myself? How?
Sometimes you can present yourself as unapproachable. Do you feel like you're approachable? Your presence is an approachable presence.
I would say now it is. Before I would say it wasn't, which is why I had to fix that with
Okay.
myself because I have heard that like you're unapproachable, and I'm just like, what is it about me that's so unapproachable? Like I'm trying to be approachable, so I had to tap into what that femininity is that men are looking for in me to be approachable, and even still won't walk. Sometimes they will. I'll tell you, it'll be one random, real bold one too, just real bold. And he may get my number, he may not, depending on how he look, how he's dressed. But
JT, do I look approachable?
You do. I mean, Feb walks in smiling. She hugs the people that she knows, so you know that she is friendly with people. I don't get it. I promise you, I've seen it happen over 20 times, and I like getting someplace before her so that when she walk in, I can watch it. It is a story in itself for the night. It's entertainment. I'm like, well, this is it's amazing. When did we first? No.
We met with Kaya.
Yeah. No.
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 And when did you meet me?
I'm about to do it now.
I was like, ma'am,
Why are you lying on me? Okay, so what about me would possibly be intimidating? Other than I'm 5'10".
I mean, you don't really walk in the room, you glide in the room. So first off, I was like, well,
she's like a gazelle.
Now, y'all notice. Now you notice. She said she was 5'10", but she's usually in some 3-inch, 4-inch, usually, at least. Then don't let her have the fro out. And let me tell you something. Don't let her walk in the spot with them white shorts on. They really, it's like they just parting the seas because she walks through and they all just bounce to the side. And then as soon as she leave, they all coming over. Bro,
Okay, so
who was that?
A serious question. If men say because this whole conversation about age, and I will say EB and I both kind of transcend age. Like if you don't know our age, you don't know our age. And then for me, if you don't know my age and you meet me, I know you don't know my age because my energy and my attitude alone don't say 52, right? So that's another thing. Like I don't present as quote unquote old. That's just not my energy. It's not my nature. I'm an Aries. It's just who I am. So if men say, okay, well, women a certain age are old, which I'm not, and I'm talking about energy, but we're talking about energy and exuberance and life. If you find me attractive, why aren't you approaching women in your age group? Now, unless you just honestly prefer women younger, but I find a lot of men who say they prefer younger women is because they say, well, they look a certain way. Well, darling, I mean,
You're just intimidated.
They said they want them built a certain way.
They're just
I mean,
intimidated.
not all
but-
men can handle rejection, especially you're rejected in a public spot and people looking at you. You know what I mean? So a lot of times a man will try to get some kind of feel. They'll kind of see if they look at you, do you look back? Do you kind of smile? Do you give any kind
No,
of
it's
energy
sincerity.
that says
I
your
will give you a
approach?
situation. I walked into a cigar lounge, and I saw a particular man. I was just like, and I was giving him that smile in business, like this smile, like I use it to. I was just like, I was giving him the business. Did you hear me? I walked by.
That's
I was
a
like,
good one,
nice
Kaya.
ensemble. I was complimenting the clothes. I'm giving him all the
she
cues.
say?
Come talk to me. And as I was leaving, then he goes, "Oh, you're leaving now?"
Girl, I hate it. Ooh. Yes.
I'm like, I've been eyeballing you for 30 minutes now.
I like that one.
All right. Hold up. We got because we running over time again. I had a feeling this was gonna happen, but we got to get to this top 5. Go ahead.
Yeah,
with
we just
that
change it. Just change the one I
Yeah.
typed. Kai got a good one.
Yeah.
What?
Top 5 deal breakers when dating.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Top 5 deal breakers
that's
when dating. Yeah, that's a good one. Couldn't pass that one up.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Great one, wife.
Couldn't pass that one up.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Thanks, sis.
It's a good one,
Yeah.
man. But Terry finish jump on the mic first, boy. You know that'll never happen.
Never, ever. Okay. Dressed, how they dressed, low, literally. No offense, because you're literally 7'2" in real life. Height,
I'm really what?
7'2" in real life.
Is it 72?
7'2".
Oh,
height.
7'2".
Yeah. Height, breath, how they speak, and how they carry themselves. You got all of them. What you find?
Yeah, what you find?
I mean, hey, you right.
So how you look can supersede the dress.
Well, see, this is when you
Oh yeah.
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
so if you find like you got a good front, like you
know,
when you put clothes
I get it from a.
on, you look good.
Gotcha. Okay.
But see, you can. That's what I was gonna say. You can dress down and still dress right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be dressed up with a button down all the time. You can dress when you can dress down and still
If I can see you
do it the right way.
t-shirt and basketball shorts, you still look good. I still
Yeah.
wanna hop on you.
Okay.
I'm telling you, bro. There ain't too many things I learned from my daddy, but I
Bloody
learned
rabbit.
that. I learned that
What
from
you got,
my
millennial?
daddy.
And it's 5 deal breakers.
5 deal breakers.
Teeth. I will. I mean, if you don't floss, that means you don't wipe between your ass. That's how I look at that. Just being honest, I don't care what. And
Hey,
she
had
know,
that comparison,
that's the first thing I asked. Do you floss? I remember asking her that.
Really?
Do you floss? She was like, I do. I was like, good. I want you to feel offended when I say that. Humor. If you don't have a sense of humor, I'm gonna walk off in mid conversation. I have.
can
What
see that.
else? Yeah, I'm hell, boy. I was hell when I was dating. Compare deal breakers. Comparing me to your old man. Yeah, don't do that. I ain't him. I don't even know him. And don't talk bad to me about him. I don't know him. I ain't
know
even.
him.
I'm not about to shit on that man. I don't know him. I don't even care. What else? Oh, another deal breaker. If you don't let me open up that door for you, I'm gonna fight you. I still fight her to this day. I love my wife. But sometimes I gotta, stone cold stun her ass. Get on my nerves.
You know what it is?
And fifth, realistically, I think patience. You gotta have patience, cause I think sometimes we be rushing and stuff, and like I really tell you, like I don't know you like that. I don't care where we at. I tell you straight up, I don't know you like that. You want to share something with me? Girl, I don't know your mouth being. Recently. Yeah. I don't want that trying to share with me. No, I don't want that. I don't know you. But I don't know you. Get out my face. Wait. No.
What you got, Dwayne?
What you got, Dwayne?
Oh man. Can let me go on. I've been thinking about it for a second. So, all right. The deal breakers. Shit.
You need some more time?
Yeah.
You ready?
MJ? You were jumping in?
No.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, we on me? Okay. I'm gonna jump on that Tea thing. I've seen some, ooh, baby, and I'd be like, ooh, you was cute.
Said you was cute.
But on a serious note, your relationship with your mama or the mother of your kids, if that's not good and healthy, I'm out. Like, cause if you do it to them, you gonna do it to me, buddy, and I'm done. Let's see, weight is a factor for me. It's a deal breaker. It just depends on the size. Like, if you are obese and it's unhealthy, like it's morbidly obese, and you trying to holler at me, you at the wrong table. Okay? You don't need to walk over. You matter of fact, you probably did. It took you a long time to get over here, and I appreciate your efforts. But go ahead and go on. Right. What was that? That's 3. If you don't have a healthy relationship with your children, that's a deal breaker. Like, if you ain't seen your kids in 2-3 years, you can't give me a good reason why you ain't seen your kids. It's a deal breaker. What's that for? And the 5th one would be bad sex. Like, that's it. Like, I'm out the door. Matter of fact, before you get dressed real good, just leave. Like, I'm gonna throw everything out the window. Just pick it up outside. Just gone. Cause at this point, you are a disappointment. Like she say, I'm not finna teach you nothing at this stage. Because if you don't know you, I don't know you. If you don't know what you like, I don't know what you like. And baby, if you don't know what you like, you don't know what I like, and you don't care to know what I like. So let's go out the door.
All the way.
You heard me?
Let it be broke.
But yeah, I think that's fine right there.
You ready now, Dwayne?
Yeah, because I was trying to see how I want to go about this. So, like I said, okay, deal breakers are things that I would break up with you for. Okay. If you're not affectionate, man, I like to touch, I like to hold hands, I like to kiss, I like to do all that stuff. So if you don't like doing that stuff, we're probably not a match. Sex is important to me. It's not the number one thing, but if we're not compatible in bed, I'm probably not gonna keep talking to you. It is number one. It is number one. Okay. Yeah. Sex is number one. Number 2, like you said, how you treat your kids. If you
It's number 3.
well, three. Yeah. How you treat your kids. Number 4, I hate to say this, attraction. I'm not into women bigger than me, unfortunately. No, not tall. I'm not scared of long length. I'm scared of girth.
Girth? You said girth? You scared of, you say girth?
Yes.
You said girth. Oh.
I mean, that's me too.
I like what I like. It's some cute, attractive, bigger women. It's not for me. So that's number 4. And number 5, if you can't date me, okay, man, like I really hate to say it, man, like, men, we do a lot dating women and going out our way to date women. Women don't date men. Women don't take men out for the most part. Men, I'm just talking about from the single. You were talking from a single perspective, right? Yeah. Women don't take men out. Women don't plan dates. Women don't buy presents. Women don't
Who
women
have
don't-
you been talking to and meeting?
Listen,
Hey,
so only
He is giving his deal breakers.
I'm giving
He
my
said women.
deal
He
breakers.
better say the women I met.
And I am giving the majority of the women that I met are not doing these things. You're dating them, they're not dating you, and that's usually a deal breaker.
What's
And
your dating age range?
I'm 40, so I wouldn't date anybody. Well, I have how old is my little brother? 24. So I wouldn't date anybody my little brother's age. So he's 24, and I've dated somebody. So like 26, 25, 26. I wouldn't do that. Probably the lowest I would date. I said
Yeah.
I would date. You
They ain't
said
gonna date you.
well, you said that I would date. I said 26.
They ain't got
But
benefits.
I've dated women over 50. So I mean, yeah.
And they're still not dating you in return?
Well, let me say this: the women that I've dated over 50, they're more paying for your time, and I don't want that either. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I say. I don't mind dating you. I just want to feel dated back. Like, just put it like this: most of the women in dates I go on, I pay for, and it's never really like an offer, to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you.
So
can
that would
put
be
it out
something
there.
that you would break up with him for.
Yeah.
Okay.
How
yeah.
many dates
'Cause
you
they're
gotta go
usually
on
not
before
gonna
you
date
realize
They're
you
not
gotta
gonna
do that, though?
Well, he's in a relationship
Well,
by then. I'm thinking, right?
What, no. I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I may go on 3 or 4 dates and I don't feel it coming back. So I'm probably gonna fade myself out of that thing. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
fair.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
that's mostly, and that's mostly where I see it. I see it where, like I said,
Worry
I don't
about
see
that,
the
'cause it came to my
the
house, so I
reciprocation,
wouldn't worry
and then
about
I
that.
Remember
just
that time you didn't say
fade
nothing
to
about
black,
Valentine's
Homer
Day
Simpson.
till
You know what I'm saying?
You left her at home?
And I still don't give a damn about Valentine's Day. I only buy it for her.
Ditto. Capital D. That's 5.
That's fine. All right, Feb, what you got?
Integrity. A lack of integrity is my first deal breaker. Again, if you're not accountable to your own word, there's nothing to talk about. So that's accountability, all that fun stuff on integrity. The next one would be sex. If the sex is bad, there's nothing to talk about. It's a deal breaker. Abuse of any kind, spiritual, emotional, social, any type of abuse, anything I deem as abuse. And I'm articulate enough to tell you what abuse is. A lack of intelligence. You have to be able to talk to me.
There you go.
You
Top of the
know,
list.
we
You
have
gotta
to
be able
be
to hold the
on the
conversation.
same page intellectually. And you don't have to necessarily, I'm not saying educationally, I'm saying intellectually, how you think, how you process information, how you deliver that information. That's intellect, that's not education. And lastly, you have to be financially stable, very financially stable. I'm 52. Like, I don't see a reason for us to be, quote unquote, struggling together. Now, if something happens in the interim, that's a whole nother conversation. But to start something like that, no, I would not. That's a deal breaker.
Yep, she got all the good ones.
Oh, and those teeth, yes.
See? Teeth.
She's talking about the smile a lot.
The teeth.
What you got,
I think
MJ?
you got to be more than top 5. So you got to throw in some honorable mentions too if you have more than 5.
You can always throw honorable mention
I
at the
got
end.
you. Mine's going to be a mixture. It's going to be initial, and then once you get to know a person, if you see them this way, I'd have to go right off your list, but it's my number one, intelligence. I can be attracted to you in every shape and way, but if you're not intelligent, I cannot rock with you. Number 2 would be you have to have your own outlets. I like women that are doing their own thing because I have a lot of interests. We do things together, but you gotta have your own life. Because of my age and the age range I date, I'm typically going to be dealing with women that have children. So how they treat their children has a lot to do with how. I mean, I knew sometimes right when just the interaction and the way she talked to her child, I wish I would have went on a date. And it was like I was like doing one of those, oh shit, damn, I gotta go. Quicker than it was. That really weighs into it. Something simple as how she treats a waiter.
How you treat a stranger.
that really shows how she's going to be towards you, how she
Absolutely.
is towards people in general. I would have to say,
Interesting.
It depends if what I'm dating for. If it's dating, we're just having a good time, I don't wait. If it's somebody I'm looking at seriously, is how she's handled the finances. You know, it doesn't because I got mine, and you don't have to bring anything to the table, but you have to be stable enough to where, you know, you're handling yourself. Because I told you before on the show, I'm going to pay all the bills, the major bills, but be able to handle yourself. I said 4 already, right? 4? We have 5?
Yeah, waiting.
The last one I would probably say that's really important is you have to be able to make me laugh. You have to make me laugh.
Humor is so
She
important.
can't make you laugh.
No, what I'm saying is if you
Have a sense of humor.
it's like if you have a sense of humor. I should have said that.
Oh, okay,
If
'cause
you
I'm like,
date
I
somebody
ain't
and
pulling
she
no
ain't
jokes
cracking
out.
jokes, or if you can't like go to a comedy club and she gets offended by a joke and it ends the whole night. I don't like shit.
I agree with him. Humor is like really important. Like, cause I laugh like I probably
If
get
the
a
humor's
good.
not the same,
Yeah.
and it's like if you don't have to be exactly the same, but if you're not somebody that'll take the time to laugh, or take the time if you going on a road trip and I smell some ribs and you say, oh, shit, let's go. Or, you know, if you're going down
Spontaneity.
Guest and you're not willing to go to
Spontaneity.
Yeah.
eat some oysters, you know.
He like that. Aphrodisiac.
All right, for me,
Obesity.
yeah, I don't. I'm just. I don't do fat well. I don't do fat really well. So yeah. For real.
He don't. He
BBWs
don't. He
better not
don't. He
be in your
don't.
DM.
For real, I can't say looks because if you don't look right, we're not even going to date. I ain't gonna say speak, but we won't date. So I can't say looks, but yeah, deal breaker. We start dating and all of a sudden you start getting fat. Yeah, we're gonna stop.
Yeah, Pretty Ricky can't have just anybody on his own.
But can't
Pretty Ricky
do
what he
it.
called.
Can't do it.
That's why that white fine. That white fine.
You have to have versatility. If you cannot go into a room and adapt, we can't rock because I might walk into any room. I might. We might go to a hip hop concert. We might go to a jazz concert. I need for you to be able to fit
Hole
into
in
each
the
one
wall?
of them. Yeah.
I like being in
especially
the
a hole in the wall. Got to be able to adapt. Sense of humor is big. Got to be able to laugh, even laugh at yourself. That's a big thing. Got to be able to laugh at yourself. This has happened. Real talk. This has happened. I was really feeling this chick too. But body odor when naked.
When naked,
When naked, because
you couldn't.
you can smell well out. You can smell well out,
perfumed up.
but your body odor. I mean, this has seriously happened to where I'm not like I said this to this woman, and after I said it, I actually had to laugh. I just said, it's just that it's that time of the month for me. I said that,
You
and
said it?
I said it out loud, and I had to laugh at it because I was in the military, and back in them days, you had, we didn't have bathrooms in our room, so you had to go take a shower down the hall. I went down the hall to take a shower. She was in my room in the bed. When I came in and pulled the cover back, it slapped me.
Richard Pryor say the funk reached up.
It slapped me. And I reached over and I turned the Luther Vandross tape off and I turned the white light on, take the red light off, and had to get her up out of there.
I want to know how you did it. Okay.
And then I don't know. It actually happened. And then I would have to say bad sex. I've dated some people with, and then after 3 or 4 dates or get-togethers, whatever you want to call it, had sex and it just wasn't right. Gave her a second try and it still didn't go right, and just let that go. Honorable mention would have to be cigarettes. And I dated a woman. She was good. She hid.
I knew that about you.
She hid. She
What's the
hid.
difference?
She hid her cigarette smoking from me, and it wasn't until after we broke up and I ran into her out and saw her smoking cigarettes, and she was like, "Man, I was smoking this the whole time we was together." I said, "Are you for real?" She was like, "Yeah." Bro, that's what I said. She was great. She was good at it. And I wasn't even really, I was smoking cigars, but I wasn't big into cigars like I am now. But I was still smoking. But seriously, she did a great job with it. She did a great, but she got me drunk and I moved in with her too. So that was Newport 100s. She was basically smoking weed. she was basically smoking weed.
That's
so
Shadika.
yeah, that's my 5. So I know we got some comments in here.
All right. Number 1 says asking stupid questions, born in all phases, unintelligent conversations, nasty fingernails, thinking every woman is a gold digger and or stupid.
The first 3 sound like the same thing. The stupid questions, boring all the time. What is it, boring?
Born in all phases,
Yeah,
and unintelligent conversations.
Yeah, born in all phases is something totally different. That I get that. I
Don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
No personality.
Kaya says, men, if you have any interest in my homegirls, 1 and 2, please send your resume to Jae Tea.
Oh my
We'll
God.
review it and get back to you within 24 hours.
Thank you, Kaya. I appreciate you. Send your DM to Kaya. Okay, Jae Tea ain't gonna be the one I need to send it to Kaya because she gonna know. She know exactly because I've been talking to her.
Millennial said, where's a YouTube
always tries to
judge?
somebody else.
Ask a cop maybe committing perjury. Again. All right, so mine are, and keep in mind I haven't dated in a long time. So just put that disclaimer. It's been a long time. But when I was dating,
long time.
When you were dating.
yeah, when I was dating, yeah, dog, wasn't that long?
Look, with the windbreaker sweatsuits with the lining.
The tracksuit.
Hey, listen, I still wear the windbreaker sweatsuit, but a woman that gets super drunk and then throwing up.
That's a dating deal breaker.
Hey, absolutely.
What have you been dating her for like a while? And then
I think if she's been dating a while, she probably already know
How you feel about
what
it?
I felt. Yeah, not to do it.
But what if she
I broke up with a really, really, really gorgeous young lady, but when she threw it, man, I was so unattracted to her after that. It was just nothing about her was attractive anymore, and she was bad. But hey, it was nothing else. It was nothing else attractive
Is
anymore.
she the one you thought about when you wrote that one down?
It was.
Okay.
No, I can relate. I had a girlfriend who used to get sloppy drunk, and I told her, I can't hang out with you no more. You put us both at jeopardy at risk. Because like, I'm trying to watch our backs. I get it. Yeah, I couldn't do it either.
Yeah. Someone that. Yeah, he hooked me up with that one. You like good conversation, but a woman that talks too much on the first date, and you done told your whole life story. We've been talking for 15 minutes. My history has shown it's always led to craziness. Not for me, because I ain't really had those issues, but my business part, I've told them, several people I've told over the years, hey, man, she talks way too much, man. She's going to be, and it ain't failed yet. She end up being crazy as a mother, so, yeah. Yeah. I agree with number 1 on the fingernail thing. You said woman was some dirty, nasty fingernails. That junk, and they still there. I've had to tell somebody that, hey man, don't come here with them fingernails looking like that again. That is disgusting.
You would just break up with her on the spot.
Deal breaker.
Done. Your dirty fingernails.
Deal breaker.
Ugh. Not like she can go to the bathroom and wash them, perhaps, but
No, that means you just clearly not taking.
You went out like that, that's how you
You're
are.
not taking care of yourself. You're clean. I think that's a clean.
I can see that.
yeah, she
Because
would.
I would never.
I would never either.
A big one I used to, that I've always stuck with was if she ever hung up on me.
That's a good one.
Ooh,
I
that's
did
a
for
good
years.
one.
That's a really good
You
one.
hang up the phone on me. That told me we have nothing else to talk about,
Ever.
and you can ever. And I had to break up with one because of that.
Right.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
hear,
right.
the phone.
You
You
can-
can
yeah.
blame it on the call dropping.
Right.
Yeah.
Where you heard the phone
Yeah.
actually hang up.
They were like, she
The audacity.
oh, okay.
Now you can fake it and be like, oh, yeah,
But look,
no.
Yeah,
But
phone
look.
dropped. No, it was a
But the
real
thing
phone.
is, if you waited long enough, the dial tone would come. This is before call waiting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, God damn.
It was a deal breaker, man. 100%.
If I hung up on you, I already knew it was a deal breaker. I was hanging up the phone.
Yeah.
It was over.
Yeah.
It was done. It was a wrap.
Yeah, they didn't, but they found out when they tried to call back again.
If I hung up
But now-
on you, I didn't mean to call
you,
back.
you ain't done yet. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not calling you back if I hang up on you.
And if we haven't, especially early on dating, man, and all your financial woes are already coming up to fruition, that's lets me know where
She
we
need her
at.
bill paid. She need her rent paid.
Yeah. Yeah. We talking about this already. Where
I gotta
we
pay.
at?
I gotta pay the daycare.
Yeah. So and of course, honorable mention is always number one. Of course, with being millennial. If sex ain't right. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we all agree on that one. Bad sex. Deal breaker.
There we go. What you about to say?
I forgot. I forgot what I was going to
said
say.
good deal breakers, interesting. Oh yeah, breath. You're right.
Yeah.
No, she said breath earlier. Yeah, breath.
Breath is a deal breaker. What if they just had a bad, like something that was very fragrant every day?
It probably wouldn't be an immediate deal breaker if it wasn't the first. If it was the first time we first met, and it is
Really?
already.
Did you say 3?
But I think it's. You can tell when it's food related. You can tell when it's food related.
I got another honorable mention.
When it's
I got an
chronic
honorable mention.
halitosis.
Lord, what is it? This
I got
time?
one. If you're involved, you knocking them skins, you slapping the cheeks, and she jumps up out the bed, and you have a shower, she's got time, jumps in clothes and goes straight to work. That's just
Straight to work.
yeah. Don't shower. She don't
She
shower.
going-
She just
she
jumps in
going-
the clothes and leaves. That just does something.
How you know she ain't showered when she
I
get
ain't
to
cool
work?
with that shit. I'm not cool with that shit. I just hit a. Nah, I'm not cool with it.
That wasn't a deal breaker for me because I had some good coochie that got up and just got dressed.
Or she
No,
could look
she's
at
heading to work. She just jumped
could
up,
look at
jump in
your.
clothes. I just not cool.
She could look
She
at your
probably got a shower
bathroom.
at
I
and
work.
take
saw-
4 showers a day. I'm
No,
not
but
cool
she could look at your bathroom and saw that the
Your
soap that
bathroom
you
was
4
dirty.
showers a day?
No, the soap
What
that
if-
you use don't
It's manly soap.
will
I
affect-
always
It's gonna
have something for the
affect her
ladies
pH
on
balance.
But all women have different soaps they can and can't use.
I'm sorry, that's just me.
They have some soaps that.
So you broken up with a woman because she done jumped
No,
up,
just-
put her clothes
Go to
on,
work.
No,
and went to work?
does that shit.
Oh,
It turns
that's
me off.
Better
horrible.
be glad she went to work.
She done repeatedly.
At least she was headed to work.
Maybe it's just me.
Maybe it was your bathroom that she just refused to go in.
My shit clean. 'Cause some of the festivities started.
All right, man. Listen, this was great conversation. I must say this was. I kind of figured it was gonna get better as we got closer to things that I agree with in life. EB, go and let people know where they can follow you. Anything you got coming up, going on,
Yeah. My name is EB Dupree. You can follow me on Instagram at let me see. What is it? Is it on there?
I am.
It's I'm_EB Dupree.
There you go.
Yeah. Only on Instagram. Don't follow me on Facebook because I'm not going to accept no friend requests. And I do have a project coming up. It's called Unemployed Idiots. I'll be filming that soon, but I don't know when it'll be out. I'm pretty sure, hopefully it'll be on somebody's screen and not on just YouTube. So we're going to see about that. But, yeah, I do have a couple of projects coming out, but we'll speak on that later. If you do follow me, you'll see it. And I'm golfing now. So if you're interested in golfing, follow She Golf's ATL and join our league.
Awesome.
I did see that you out there swinging that thing.
Yeah, I'm going to try to find a man out there, too. So,
Too
yeah,
stressful
I'm going to
for
take all
me.
his money.
Too stressful for me. Febury,
Yes.
go on, let us know what you got going on.
Well, you guys already know I'm Febury Hassan. I am Febury Hassan across all of my platforms. That is YouTube, Facebook, IG, TikTok, everything. I am my own personal brand, Febury Hassan. I am the author of Would You Marry You and also Sex Shenanigans and Debauchery. That's a conversation playing cards, not just sex shenanigans and debauchery.
That's dope.
And also, I own Come Play With Me Atlanta. So we do Atlanta rooftop tours and a series of other event planning events to kind of bring the nightlife back into that 35 to 55 crowd. So if you want to follow me on anything, just follow my name, Febury Hassan. You see it on there. So it's FeburyHassan. An interesting fact, I am literally the only person in the world with my name.
Please, if you see her out, do not call her February.
Because I will talk about you to your face. My name is
Please
just Feb
do not do it. I've seen that also.
and Bree. 2 syllables, Feb and Bree, Febury. So if you say February, I'm going to think you slow and special because February is 4 syllables. February's only 2.
And
Deal
it's
breaker.
probably her deal breaker, too. Yeah.
Deal breaker.
Keep calling me February.
Deal breaker.
Because you're slow.
MJ, what you got, bro?
There was going back to gun violence and gun safety. Lady was just sentenced and locally for leaving her gun out. She was over to her mother's house. The 9-year-old went in her purse and shot herself in the hand. Lucky it wasn't tragic. It's been happening a lot lately. I have a friend that's an EMT. They probably transport at least 4 or 5 times a month. And it's not just kids. It's people shooting themselves with guns. I said it again. If you own a gun, take a gun safety course. Don't trust your boyfriend.
I'll get it.
Or if you're a guy and say, I'm going to ask my friend, go to somebody that handles guns professionally. Have them, and it doesn't mean a cop, because I know a lot of cops have shot themselves or blew a hole in a car. That happens.
True story.
It doesn't. We had a shooting at the range. We're cleaning weapons and fired, and that was in the bleachers. So if police officers who handle guns every day mess up, if you buy a gun, handle it. Don't just stick it in your purse or think you hit it well. Don't do that. If you're not going to handle a gun, if you're not going to practice with a gun, don't get a gun. And if you haven't, I said it several times on here, if you haven't reconciled in your mind, can and will you use deadly force, don't pull a gun out and bring a gun to a situation, now you end up shot.
Or dead, yeah.
That's all I
You
got.
end up dead.
And if you have a gun, you need to take it out from under the bed, wherever you hide it, and clean it as well, because you mess around and really need it, and that thing on fire because you ain't used it since you bought it. It's voting season. You know, we just had a young lady up here today for Fulton County Commissioner. A couple weeks ago, DeKalb County. What was she running for?
Judge.
State court.
You know, so a lot of elections coming down, man. Know who's out there. Check your local ballots for who's voting when it's time to vote. Know who you're voting for. Think globally, vote locally. Think globally, vote locally. Find out who's running for the city council. Find out who's running on your school board. Find out who's running for these local elections. Those are the ones you got to make sure you vote on. Whether you vote on the 2 old men or not, make sure you vote for these local elections. All right, that's all I got.
Okay. For me, man, trauma. Gentlemen, well, women too. Listen, trauma is it's real. Most of us have no idea what trauma looks like, don't have no idea what it is, because trauma comes in all different stages, different ways. It could be the smallest thing that happened in your life a long time ago and it's sitting dormant back inside of you, and then it comes out just because you're arguing with somebody and it comes out. So trauma is still real. So, think about getting some treatment for that. Even if you don't think that you are, having some issues, usually it doesn't cost anything to go talk to somebody. First 2 or 3 times anyway, if you got insurance. Other than that, Men Pray Too, movie that I'm actually playing a preacher in, comes out in 20 days on Tubi. I'm actually excited about that one. I've actually seen the screening of it. It's pretty dope seeing myself up there in the pulpit. It was crazy, but it's going to be a pretty nice movie. Sister JJ, I think she's been on the show before. She's actually the one that's she's actually the one that's putting it out.
DC Curry.
Yeah, she's on with DC Curry. She's the one that's putting it out. She was the director, the writer, and everything on it. So I'm looking forward to that. BMF, Tyler Perry, Beauty in Black. There's a lot that I'm working right now. I'm getting it right now. So later in the year, look for me, man. You'll see this gray beard somewhere. I think one of them you'll see a black beard. Hey, just doing what I do. And that's gonna do it. Hey, next week, man, we're gonna have gentlemen up here over 40, and I'm gonna ask them these questions. We're gonna ask them some of the same questions and see what comes out.
JT, may I ask if you're ever going to do this together?
Yes, that's the plan, for us to have it together. Everybody out.
We might
we're
need
gonna
more
do
than
it
2 hours.
out in the club. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably so. We'll do that out in the club. We're gonna do that. We're gonna get everybody back together, and hopefully everything goes well. I'm sure Feb is going to scare some people, make them stop talking. Make them stop talking.
Why am I the scary one?
You're the intimidating one.
Malevolent.
She's magical,
really?
remember? Very, very magical.
How am I malevolent?
You're magical.
How is that?
You're magical.
Maleficent.
You're magical.
He really calling you a gazelle over here.
No, I had someone used to call me. Remember Thundercat? He used to go wow. I was like, really?
You are. You are a Thundercat.
Really, Thundercat, sis?
Yeah, you are.
All right then. So next week, man, 8:30, Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cup.
And we out. You dig?
Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way to read. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way to read. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way to read. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way to read. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way to read. The record's gonna go. It's Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way to